Welcome back, Royally Quacked fans. I know it's different hearing my voice right away because normally you hear the royally spoiled guy on the podcast. Um, he's working a volleyball tournament right now, but I have a special guest helping me out today. We're doing a full trade deadline recap. Normally, me and my dad do it, but he's busy, and then he's leaving for Texas tomorrow, so he won't have time to do it tomorrow either. So I got Captain of Chaos on the pod with me. How you doing, Adam?
Good, Cody. How you doing?
I'm doing great. I'm
Is that a
happy that I have a 3 day weekend. I
oh,
work
must
four
be nice.
days and then I'll be on vacation for a week.
I work in a warehouse. I don't see days off.
Yeah. I'm a propane driver. Sometimes I don't get days off, even because I'm on call,
Yeah.
which is funny because this was actually supposed to be my on call weekend, but someone couldn't do their weekend. So he switched with me. And then they didn't look to see that, oh, I'm going to be gone that whole week. So I was like, I can't do that week because I'll be in Nashville. And they're like, oh. And one of the guys like, I'll take it because he just wants all the overtime. I'm like, take it. It's all yours.
Yeah, that sounds about right.
Which I was okay with because I was like, it's a trade deadline weekend. I want to do an extra episode for this. And I'm like, I don't want to be on call for it. And especially with my dad's doing his volleyball thing. So yeah, but all right, well, let's get started. We're going to start with the March 1st trade. There's only one trade that day. It's between the Philadelphia Flyers and the Minnesota Wild. The Philadelphia Flyers acquire Boris Kachuk from the Minnesota Wild for Roman Schmidt. It just seems like an AHL trade, pretty much. Let's see, left wing for a defenseman, and both of them are at the end of their contracts. Look like so. Looks like
Yeah.
a basic AHL trade. And the next one is a pretty actually big one. The Edmonton Oilers acquire Connor Murphy at 50% retained from the Chicago Blackhawks for a 2028 second round pick.
I mean, with that one, I was actually kind of surprised that they got him with that trade value. You think that there would have been a little bit more, like maybe a prospect in there, maybe I don't know, bottom six guy, bottom. I thought they would have got a little bit more value out of that trade.
Chicago would have got more value.
Yeah.
Yeah, I mean a 2028 second round pick. I mean, you never know where Edmonton could be at because who knows? Like David could be gone around that time.
True.
So that end up could be in a very high second round pick, almost first round pick. You never know.
Yeah, that's true. I mean, but even then, like second round picks don't always pan out to be a top six player.
Yeah, but Connor Murphy's not a. I would say he's a more of like a 4, 5, 6 kind of defenseman.
Yeah, he's probably. I mean, he's definitely probably bottom pairing style defenseman, but he's still a fairly solid defenseman. I mean, you put
Yeah,
him
oh
on
yeah,
any
very
team and
solid.
he's
No,
gonna.
I'm not saying anything against Connor Murphy. I would have on the Duck side. I don't know what shot. Let's see. What's it? Is it? He's a right-handed shot defenseman too. So
I mean, that would. I mean, honestly, just that right there would help out the Ducks. Right off the bat.
yeah. So no, 100%. And of course it kicked me out. Of course. Let's see. You want to talk about the next, or do you have anything else about this trade, or do you want to move on to the next one?
No, we can move on to the next one.
All right. Let's
So
see.
the next one we have is the
I
Minnesota
got.
Wild. Oh, okay, I got it. So yeah, the Minnesota Wild have acquired Michael Macron for
McCarran.
a McCarran. McCarran Macron. It's a hockey name. And they
Yeah.
got a 2028 second round pick for the Minnesota Wild. I am not seeing any retainment. It looks like
No,
just
there's
a
no
straight.
retainment. Yeah. No, it was just Minnesota acquiring some depth in their lineup. A second round pick for a guy that's probably going to play bottom 6 minutes is a pretty high. It's a pretty high price.
Well, I mean, plus, I mean, he's age 30, so I mean, he's going to be on the downhill of his career after this because
Yeah.
usually, at least for the skaters, the prime, starts going down after 31. I mean, it's not a terrible one. I mean,
but a big guy. McCarron
Yeah.
is a big dude.
Oh, absolutely. I'm surprised Verbeek didn't go after him.
I don't think we needed someone like him. We needed more scoring help than, oh, I wouldn't say scoring help, but we'll get to more about that later. Um,
I'm just saying that, like, size
yeah.
wise, he's a Verbeek guy.
Oh yeah, he's definitely a Verbeek guy. Yeah, hands down. Yeah, but I mean, I think it was just Minnesota Wild getting depth and wanting to get big for the playoffs.
Yeah, I
So
could see that. Trying to at least have that grit behind them.
yeah. Then the next trade we got is the Vegas Golden Knights acquire Cole Smith from the Nashville Predators for a 2028 third round pick, and it looks like a entry level guy, Christopher Sadoff, I believe is his
So,
name. Let's see, is there any?
yeah, he's 24 years old, so more than likely he's a prospect in the system right now.
Yeah, he's on his. I think he's on his last year, and so is Cole Smith. So, I mean, like I said, I would say just a nice little depth move for Vegas, getting another a left winger at a very small cap hit too.
Yeah,
So
yeah, he's definitely a small cap hit.
yeah, and at the end of the uh, episode, we'll break down all the where everyone's at the cap too. But like I said, that's just a big depth move for the Knights. Next one is one that um I'm not shocked that he went there because he already declined a trade pretty much. But the Dallas Stars acquired Tyler Myers at 50% retained from the Vancouver Canucks for a 2027 second round pick and a 2029 fourth round pick. Tyler Myers, who has a $3 million cap hit, and Dallas is only getting him for this year and next year at $1.5 million.
Yeah, so I mean, at least they get a little value out of an older player. Because I mean, in reality, do you think he's gonna play much longer after his because he's 36 right now, 37 next year? Especially for the NHL, that's definitely going to take a toll on his body. So, I mean, who knows? Maybe they got him for the rest of his career. But yeah, I mean, it's a nice little depth move for them. They're gonna get some good solid minutes out of him, and definitely going to help him out for that playoff run.
Oh yeah, and like I said, another I believe he's what 6'7", 6'8", right-handed shot. I believe he's right-handed shot. Yeah, right, a right-handed shot defenseman. So who wouldn't want that?
Yeah.
And I think he's going to be playing, third pairing. Because I mean Dallas already has Hiskin and was it Lundell? Was it Lindell? Lundell? They one of the
Lindell.
yeah because Florida has Lundell.
Yeah.
Was it who else do they have? They have Harley, Bichelle. Like I said, they're already stacked defensively, and I think this is just having someone on the right side with size and a right-handed shot.
I mean, it could very well just to have that little extra depth too of putting in a seventh defenseman, on the roster ready to go.
Yep. Yeah, I see him playing more third pairing than being the seventh.
No, yeah, no, definitely. But any way it goes, I mean, you never know who's going to be the hot defenseman at the time. So, like I said, I mean,
Yeah.
it could be a seventh defenseman situation, could be a third pairing.
Yeah. So good move for Dallas right there. And I met before, so Tyler Myers was supposed to get traded to Detroit, and I guess he did not want to go there. I didn't see if he had a no trade clause on his thing. Actually, I'm gonna look real quick. Does he have a no trade clause?
I don't know. I haven't.
Doesn't say anything on here. Oh, let's see. In year 3. Oh, he had a 12-team no trade list. So
Okay.
maybe Dallas, or not Dallas, sorry. Maybe Detroit was on that 12 teams trade
Possibly.
list.
I mean, I know
Good.
Detroit's kind of coming back, but would you want to go play in Detroit?
I mean, where they're at right now, I wouldn't mind it because they're playing well right now, and they they needed a right-handed shot guy, which they end up getting later.
Yeah.
So, but I would say here's a pretty big trade right here. Utah Mammoth acquire MacKenzie Weegar from the Calgary Flames for Oli Mata, Jonathan Castanga, a 2026 second round pick, which is the Mammoth, a 2026 second round pick from New York, and a 2026 second round pick that's Ottawa's.
Yeah,
So
that one I was kind of mad about. This is one of the players that I was hoping the Ducks would have gone after.
honestly, I 100% agree. He's 32 years old, right-handed shot. Um, he's in year 3 of an 8-year contract at a pretty good cap hit at 6.25 million AAV.
Yeah.
So I 100% agree. I would have loved to pick him up. And the thing is, Oli Mata signed a 3-year deal with Utah in the offseason after I believe he was part of the Panthers Stanley Cup run, right?
I believe so.
Sounds
I would
about
have to
right.
look that up.
Yeah, so he has a $3.5 million cap hit, and so really, the Utah only gained $2.75 million less in the cap hit for
Yeah.
getting MacKenzie Weegar.
Yeah. I mean, they definitely got their value out of that trade.
Yes.
Um, Plus, I mean, they're also kind of using draft capital that they have, with using the Rangers draft pick and Ottawa's draft pick,
Mm-hmm.
to sweeten the deal. So it's not like they're losing a whole lot on top of that. Just losing Lear on its own.
Yeah, and Jonathan Staga is a 20-year-old centerman. I don't know where he's at right now or anything, so because it doesn't even say he has a contract, so it could be just a prospect. But yeah, this is a player that I did want the Ducks to go after.
He's currently at Cornell University, so he's probably
Okay,
within the system and they have his signing rights. He just doesn't sign.
yeah, so there you go. All right, next trade. The Colorado Avalanche acquire Nick Blankenburg from the Nashville Predators for a 2027 fifth-round pick. Blankenberg's on year 2 of his contract out of 2 years, so he will be a free agent after this year, and his cap hit is at league minimum 775K, so not bad.
No, it's another one of those depth runs or depth
Mm-hmm.
trades that they're just trying to, have the depth for their playoff run.
Yeah, he'll be a 7th defenseman pretty
Yeah.
much. All right, next one, which I was shocked on this one. The Edmonton Oilers acquire Jason Dickinson, 50% retained, Colton Dock from the Chicago Blackhawks for Andrew Mangiapane and a conditional 2027 first round pick.
And why were you shocked about that one?
Well, I didn't think the Edmonton Oilers were going to go after Dickinson and Colton Dock. I thought they were going to be going after other players for depth and stuff like that. And the only reason why Chicago got the second or that first round pick is because Mangiapane's contract. But I mean, this actually ended up helping the Oilers out cap wise because with this trade they saved a little over was it 650,000 in
Yeah.
cap.
Yeah, I mean, plus, Colton Dodge, he's going to, be down playing in Bakersfield, so it's not like he's seeing NHL time anytime soon.
Yeah,
I mean, but Dickinson, he's probably going to be what, maybe their fourth line center?
yeah, he'll be the fourth line.
I'm trying to think of who their third line center is right now.
Oh God, who is it? Henrique.
He third or second line?
Well, I mean, do you have McDavid and Draisaitl on the same line, or are they centering their own line?
No, they're usually on the same line together.
What about Nugent Hopkins?
That's the one I couldn't think of. So Henrique's probably the third line center.
Yeah,
So Dickinson will probably be fourth line.
yeah. So, like I said, I mean, I don't hate the move for them. But I feel like the Oilers didn't get better with these moves that they've made.
I mean, I don't think they got better, but I don't think they got worse.
Yeah.
It's almost like in reality like a 1-for-1 trade, like just kind of straight across the board.
Yeah. And they got Mangiapane. So what helps Edmonton in this is Dickinson and Doc are both on their last year of their contracts. Mangiapane still had a 3.6 million cap hit for this year and next year.
Yeah.
So they just got rid of that next year of Mangiapane. So I think that's the main part of this move.
Yeah.
Next up is Vegas Golden Knights acquire Nick Dowd from the Washington Capitals for Jesper Vikman, a 2029 second round pick, and a 2027 third round pick that belongs to the San Jose Sharks. And Nick Dowd is on year 1 of 2 at a $3 million cap hit. So so Vegas will have him for this season and next season, and he's a centerman at 35 years old.
Yeah. And they gave up their actually now that I look at it and seeing it, um Vegas actually gave up their number one goalie prospect. Because he
Really?
was, I want to say he was playing with Henderson.
Oh, okay. I mean, it makes me wonder if with this move, I feel like they're going to go big for a goalie in the offseason.
Maybe. I mean, but I don't know. I can't think of it right now if he's actually going to be out there on the market.
Well, I don't know if there's any big goalies that are going to be available, but I mean, trade wise, they could. I mean, because I heard them going after Bennington. I heard them going after Bobrovsky. Bobrovsky could be play for another 1 or 2 years probably.
Yeah, but I mean, is Florida really going to give him up? I mean, unless.
Well, Bob's a free agent after this season.
Yeah, I just don't see him leaving Florida anytime soon, though.
Yeah, I don't see it either. Next trade. Colorado Avalanche acquire Nick Waugh from the Toronto Maple Leafs for a 2027 first round pick and a 2026 fifth round pick.
Yeah, this one just seems like Colorado was just, or Toronto was dumping cap space.
I would say it's a little bit of both. Like, yeah, Toronto dumping cap and Colorado getting some center depth. Because I know I think that's like what they lack is, a bottom six depth.
Yeah.
Because, I mean, after their first two lines, I mean, McKinnon's playing, it feels like, I mean, I swear when the Ducks played Colorado this last week, I felt like McKinnon and Makar were on the ice like every minute.
It felt like they had at least 35 minutes of ice time
That's
between.
literally what I thought. And I think when I looked, they were like at 26 or 27 or whatever. I'm like, nah, they were on there a lot more than that.
Yeah, it felt way more.
Way more than that. So like I said, I think it's just exactly what you said. Toronto dumping cap and Colorado's like, hey, we'll help you with that, and we want a depth piece. So
Yeah.
next one, Vancouver Canucks acquired Jack Thompson from the San Jose Sharks for Jet Wu. It seems like just a straight up AHL trade. I don't know if you know anything about these guys.
No, they don't. They don't ring a bell for me.
Okay.
But half the time, I don't pay attention to anybody outside of the goal for the rain.
Yeah. All right, next trade. The Minnesota Wild acquired Jeff Petrie from the Florida Panthers for conditional 2026 seventh round pick. So
I wonder what the condition is.
Let's see. It will tell you. Becomes a 2026 fifth round pick if Minnesota wins 2 playoff rounds and Petrie plays in 50% or more of the Wild's playoff games during those first 2 rounds.
Yeah, okay.
So I think Jeff Petrie's there just for, like I said, being a 6th or 7th defenseman.
Yeah. Yeah, I mean, it's kind of hard to justify that he's going to be anything other than a bottom defenseman, especially at age 38.
Yeah. So is he a right shot? Is it right shot? A lot of right-handed shot defensemen. So I think just good little work for the Wild.
Yeah. Yeah, it seems like that they're trying to get that veteran presence in Minnesota to help out the younger guys. So, maybe this year they can get a deeper run in the playoffs, or they're definitely gearing up to get these guys the experience for the next couple of years.
Yeah. All right. Next up, the Dallas Stars acquire Michael Bunting from the Nashville Predators for a 2026 third round pick, which belongs to Seattle. So just, I would say, honestly, a good move for Dallas on this one. They get a left winger, age 30, a guy that can score. And I know he's a big guy too. He can lay some hits. The only thing is like the 4.5 million cap hit, but that's only for this year.
Yeah, but that's also, I think that's Nashville trying to make up for Stamkos' contract.
Stamkos, Marsha Show, and everything. Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah. Which I'm surprised those guys didn't get traded, but I mean, they still got time on their contracts. So, like I said, I think a nice little just extra winger to go in their bottom six that can score and also lay some hits.
Oh, yeah.
And it's not going to hurt Dallas this year because they were able to use that Tyler Seguin money pretty much.
Yeah, true.
Since he's out for the rest of the year. So, next trade, the Ottawa Senators acquire Warren Fogle and a conditional 2026 third round pick from the LA King. I was about to say Lakers. LA Kings for a 2026 second round pick, which belongs to Buffalo, and a conditional third round pick. And I'll tell you what those conditions are. All right, so the Ottawa draft pick that Ottawa gets. So right now it's a draft pick that belongs to Dallas for a third round pick. Ottawa will get the worst of the Kings' own or Dallas third round pick. Let's see.
So they get the lower draft pick?
Yeah. So between the Kings or the Dallas third round pick. See, I'm always confused when they say lower or higher. I'm like, wait, so is that the better or the worse pick?
Yeah.
So
I mean, technically, lower would be probably the better pick.
Yeah, so if that's what I'm guessing, so that's what Ottawa will get. And Warren Fogle is on contract for this year and next year at a 3.5 million cap hit. So the Kings got out of that cap hit, and got a second round pick, and the third round conditional pick is LA will get the better of Ottawa's own or Washington's 2026 third round pick. However, if both Ottawa and Washington do not qualify for the 2026 playoffs, then Ottawa will instead transfer to LA the worst of the two picks. God, how do they come up with these trades?
I have no idea. But I mean, at least in this one, I mean, Ottawa is getting a solid left winger. I mean, Fogle's, I would say he's definitely like a bottom six winger. I don't think he is a top, six winger. He's a solid player though. I mean, I can't complain about, what he's done over in LA other than him just being in LA. But I mean, I think this is a good pickup for Ottawa. I mean, even though I think he is a bottom six winger, I think he might actually have like good times, like trying to play with like Brady Tkachuk and all them.
See, I think I brought it up on the podcast with my dad. I asked him, would you do Vetrano straight up for Fogle?
I don't know if I would do that one. I think Fogle would be a better piece in Anaheim than Vetrano would be in LA.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. For the Ducks wise, I think it could have worked because Kings get a scoring guy like Vetrano, someone that can shoot, and the Ducks get some defensive help on the forwards.
Yeah.
That's why I thought the Ducks could have got out of the over 4 million that he's making a year, and Fogle is only on for this year, next year.
Yeah, but at the same time, I think one of the reasons Vetrano is so successful in Anaheim is the people that are around him. Like he gets a lot of guys that can open up the ice for him, and he a lot of the times, Vitano finds his way to the front of the net and picks up a lot of those, garbage rebounds.
Yeah.
I don't see that happening in LA.
I will say this. So far, for Ken Holland as the GM of the Kings, I trust him with trades. I don't trust him signing players.
True.
Because I will say, he got, for just Deneau and Fogel, who were having both horrible years this year, he got 2 second-round picks and a third-round pick for those guys.
Yeah, true.
I will say, good trade work for Holland. And he also got out of Deneau's $5 million cap hit and Fogel's $3.5 million cap hit.
Yeah, that's true.
I will say, good work from Holland so far. Just don't let him sign players.
Yeah.
The next step,
Well,
the Detroit.
He also got out of more cap hit too. We'll cover later.
Yeah, we'll cover it later. Yeah, which it's not that much of a cap hit, but the Detroit Red Wings acquire David Perron from the Ottawa Senators for a conditional 2026 fourth round pick. Let's see what that condition is. David Perron just loves going back to old teams, doesn't he?
I know, right?
If Perron plays one game, Ottawa gets the Columbus Blue Jackets 2026 fourth round pick. It upgrades to a 2026 third round pick if the Red Wings advance to the second round and Perron plays in 50% of the first round. So right now, it's just their pick, right? No, it is Columbus's pick. So, wow, okay. This is Perron's last year on his contract with the $4 million cap hit. Then he'll more likely go back to the Blues.
Yeah, probably send a shot there.
Yeah, and just retire there. Next one is I'm actually happy with this move.
Are you?
Yes, and I'll tell you why after. So the Columbus Blue Jackets acquire Connor Garland from the Vancouver Canucks for a 2028 second round pick and a 2026 third round pick. The reason why I'm happy is Connor Garland is finally out of the Pacific Division.
True.
I say, Connor Garland is someone that you would love to have him on your team and you hate your team playing against him.
True. I don't know why I had the notion of it, but for some reason, I thought if anyone was going to pick him up, I just saw him like being a good fit in Dallas. Like I thought he was going to Dallas. Like I did not see.
So the main reason why Dallas couldn't get him is because you see the cap hit right there, the $4.9 million.
Basically $5 million, yeah.
Yeah, but after this year, he has a 6-year, $6 million extension.
Okay.
And Dallas couldn't get that because they need to re-sign Robertson.
Yeah, if they re-sign him.
If they re-sign him, but the future Anaheim Duck Jason Robertson. Well, but yeah, so that, like I said, that's the only reason why I like this trade is because I don't have to see Connor Garland 4 times a year.
Right. Yeah, because I mean,
he's a pest.
He was drafted by Arizona?
Yes, I believe so. Let's see. Yeah, draft team, 5th round, 123rd pick in 2015. And then he got traded to Vancouver.
Yeah, I was going to say, he's only been with the 2 teams, if I remember correctly.
Yes.
Well, technically 3, because, no, he was still with Arizona when he went to, was it still Arizona before Utah? I don't know. When did he get traded?
He's been in Vancouver for a while now.
So yeah, technically he's only been with the 2 teams.
Yeah, so he got traded in July of 2021 with Oliver Ekman-Larsson from Arizona to Vancouver. So well before Utah. So, like I said, I'm happy to see Connor Garland out of the Pacific Division and away from the Ducks.
Yeah.
I don't know, it's just like he was always a pest.
Yeah, I mean,
but I respect the game. I respect his play, though. I do, Because that's someone who I wouldn't have minded on the Ducks.
He was the Ducks counterpart to Corey Perry.
Yeah, just a mini-me version. But like I said, but he's someone that I've thought the Ducks have needed because he goes in front to the net.
Oh no, yeah, absolutely. He kind of reminds me a little bit of Brad Monson. Like he's just kind of all over the place, and somehow he gets involved in everything, but he always finds his way to the front of the net, which is kind of like that Corey Perry style.
Yeah. All right. Next trade is Ducks legend. Sam Carrick goes to the Buffalo Sabres in exchange for a 2026 third round pick and a 2026 sixth round pick that belongs to Chicago. So you're going to hear a lot of Buffalo trades after this.
Yeah, they went on the market.
They definitely did. So Sam Carrick is in year 2 of 3 with a $1 million cap hit. So I think it's just Buffalo getting that fourth line center that can fight too.
Yeah, they're going for that grit because I mean Buffalo is definitely trying to up their game, and I mean they're going on a good run right now. I mean they're definitely turning around their team, but I think he's more there for that kind of enforcer role.
I will say I didn't mind Carrick on the Ducks, but I'm kind of glad he's not there anymore because I don't know. Would you rather have him or Johnston?
Johnston.
Okay, I agree.
Johnston has a slight upside in offensive prowess than Carrick did.
Yeah, I see that. I know you've seen Carrick more in the AHL than you did in NHL.
Yeah, and he was more of an enforcer down in the AHL than he was in the NHL, but I think he's just there for the grit of it.
Yep. Next up, another Sabres trade. The Buffalo Sabres acquire Logan Stanley and Luke Schenn at 50% retained from the Winnipeg Jets for Jacob Bryson, Isaac Rosen, a 2027 second round pick, and a conditional 2026 fourth round pick. So they get a right-handed shot defenseman and a left-handed shot defenseman.
They get one coming into his prime and one way out of his prime.
Yeah. Let's see. Stanley will be a UFA after this season, and let's see, is he?
So was Schenn.
Oh, yeah, and Schenn will also be a UFA. The condition on the fourth round pick is the better of Buffalo or Edmonton's 2026 fourth round pick. So it's going to be either Buffalo's or Edmonton's.
But it's still a fourth round pick.
Yeah.
I don't know. I mean, this one, I don't really have an issue with it either which way. I just think Buffalo is, like I said, that Buffalo is trying to step up their game and definitely trying to provide for the future. Even though they are getting rid of draft picks, they're trying to get their playoff game now instead of their prospect game. They're trying to avoid the rebuild.
Yes. I think they've had enough prospects and picks over the last 14 years.
Yeah.
The next trade, which shocked, I think
everybody. I think it just shocked the NHL in general because, I mean, who really thought that this was going to happen? Because the Anaheim Ducks acquired John Carlson from the Washington Capitals for a conditional 2026 first round pick and a 2027 third round pick. Both of those draft picks are coming from the Ducks. So what is the condition?
I have it right here. You want me to say it?
Yeah.
All right. Should Anaheim qualify for the 2026 Stanley Cup playoffs, Anaheim will transfer its 2026 first round pick to Washington. If Anaheim fails to qualify for the 2026 playoffs, Anaheim has the option to retain its 2026 first round pick and transfer its 2027 to Washington instead.
So either way, it's a first round draft pick. It's just a matter of 26 or 27.
Yes. And then
in other words, we're probably losing next year's draft pick.
No, that's if they don't qualify.
No, if they qualify, we lose the draft pick this year. If they don't qualify, then we have the option of 26 or 27, right?
So, no. So should Anaheim qualify for this playoffs, Anaheim will transfer the 2026 first round pick to Washington. So it's going to be a 2026. If
I
Anaheim
mean, I mean,
fails,
yeah,
yes.
I'm saying that
Either
this summer we're losing our draft pick
yes. This summer we're losing our draft pick.
because
Yes.
I'm planning on those playoffs.
Yes, I am too. So where were you awake when this happened? Because I was asleep when this happened.
I was at work when this happened.
Yeah. I woke up to go to the bathroom and I don't know, I just had a feeling like I should check my phone. So and it was like what, 11:30 at night. I'm usually in bed by 9 o'clock to go to work for
It
me.
was between 10 and 10:30 because I want to say it was even though the rumor is the trade was done earlier in the day, the Ducks waited for it to be posted until after midnight because then they didn't have to worry about the roster specifications and they
Mm-hmm.
didn't have to worry about sending someone down or cutting someone. So that's why it got reported after I want to say 1 a.m., which is why it got reported so late because they didn't want to have to adjust the roster.
See, now here's the thing. If it was done that early, you would think John Carlson would have known ahead of time because John Carlson and I had something in common. We were both asleep when we found out this happened.
I wonder how true that is, though. I mean, unless he was asleep first thing in the morning when they notified him of the trade, but I think he had to know something that day.
Yeah. So, because he
Like,
could have been out in Anaheim a lot sooner.
I don't think he was informed at 1 o'clock in the morning, like, hey, your trade finally went through. I think he knew it was happening or it was agreed upon.
Yeah. So, honestly, I like the move. We get that a big right-handed shot guy, someone that is good defensively. I mean, not the best defensively, but better than what we already have. And he's going to be a power play 2 quarterback. So
I don't
no
know.
more.
Do you think he'll
Yes.
be power play two, or do you think he'll move up to one?
No. Keep LaCombe at 1. He already looks good there.
Yeah, but I don't know. I think the experience is gonna bump LaCombe down to two, and Carlson will be on one. He has more experience. Um basically been tried and true in that position already. I think he would bring more value on power play one because he can definitely quarterback the younger kids better. Even though Lacombe is the up and coming, potential of a better player, I just think that experience is going to trump Lacombe. Where it'll also show Lacombe what to do after Carlson's done.
I could see. I think the first few games, I think they're going to keep LaCombe at 1 and then Carlson at 2. But I could see during practice times or like those morning skates when they practice, if they have time, maybe try Carlson at PP1 and LaCombe at PP2. But I think Carlson would be better at power play 2 because that one needs help more. Because, I mean, right now you have Truba with Minty there.
Ooh.
And if you have just Carlson, then you can add another forward or have Minty and or Zelly with Carlson and they can learn. And then you have a right shot and a left shot guy on that.
Yeah, true. I mean, it could go either way. I mean,
Yeah.
even if you put Carlson up on power play one and Lacombe down to two, you could still add in that fourth offensive player. Either way you go.
Yeah. But I could see Carlson more on the power play 2 just because Lacombe's looked really good on the power play 1 with
Yeah,
Carlson and Beckett. So I say I kind of want to keep him there because that's where he's been all season.
yeah,
But I wouldn't mind seeing Carlson on power play 2. Or sorry, on power play 1.
yeah,
I mean, maybe if Lacombe's been playing a lot on the PK and everything, then yeah, put Carlson on the power play 1 and give Lacombe a little bit of rest.
yeah. No, I agree. I think my only issue with this trade is since we are giving up a first round draft pick for, I mean, essentially a rental because he's on his, year 8 of his contract of 8 years. If we don't re-sign him for at least one more year, I think we should have at least had Washington retain some of his salary. Like maybe not up to half, but even if you just retained a quarter of the salary, I would have been okay with that. Better than just taking on the full salary and giving up the first and third round draft pick.
No, honestly, I like maybe at least like 25%
Yeah,
of
that's
it.
what I'm
Yeah.
saying. At a minimum, they should have retained 25% for not knowing if we can re-sign him for one more year. But yeah, with the first round draft pick, either which way out of there, they should have retained some kind of salary on that one.
No, yeah. And honestly, like now it makes me wonder with this move, if the Ducks do decide to re-sign Carlson, John Carlson, for 1 or 2 years, does that mean one of Truba or Gudis is, no longer a Duck come next season?
It's a possibility, but at the same time,
Because now you'll
it,
have what, 5 right-handed shot guys?
yeah, but at the
Six,
same
six.
time, does
Sorry,
this
6. You have
this
Truba,
could
Gudis, Carlson, Luneau, Hellison, and more. All right-handed shot guys.
I don't think Moore's going anywhere. I think
No, I'm not saying more. I'm not saying like unless Moore, Luneau, or Hellison are in a trade package for someone in the offseason, but if none of them are getting traded, I could see one of Truba or both. Truba or Gudis or both gone, not being Ducks next year.
it's a possibility, but like I'm kind of playing the devil's advocate here because I mean I can see Leno, I could see possibly Minty, maybe Zellweger also being in the trade package out of here to open up the space for him. I don't think it's the right process to do it. I mean, as much as I love Judas and I appreciate his game, I think out of the older guys, he's probably the best one to go. I mean, at least Truba, provides offensively.
Yeah.
I mean, well, he provides offensively more than Judas does,
Well, I think Truba's at what, 10 goals this year?
something like that.
You know.
But even then, I mean, what is assist at? Because I mean, he seems to be assisting a lot of goals as well.
All right, let me pull that up. I can tell you right now. Let's see, stats. All right, so assist. Truba has 20 assists, so he has 30 points. Gudis has 2 goals and 10 assists.
Yeah. So I mean, like I said, I mean, at least offensively, Truba's the better guy to keep around.
Truba is 32 and Gudis is
35, 36?
35. And he'll be 36 in June. Truba will be, he just turned 32. So, and Carlson is already 36 right now.
Yeah, but I think honestly, I would probably, oh, I hate to say it, but get rid of our captain and keep Carlson if I could.
And and here's the thing. John Carlson just turned 36 in January.
Yeah, but I mean, a 36-year-old defenseman in the AHL, how much longer do you think he's going to hold up for?
Yeah, but if I had to choose between who I want between Gudis and Carlson, I'm leaning more towards Carlson.
No, yeah. No, I agree too. Like I said, I mean, I love the Butcher, but
Yes.
I would definitely keep this team's future and potential Stanley Cup run in the process.
Yeah. So, all right. That was the trade I think that shocked everyone. Next up, Minnesota Wild acquire Bobby Brink from the Philadelphia Flyers for David Jiricek. So I think it was a simple 1-for-1 trade. I think just both guys needed a change of scenery. So, Bobby Brink is 24, right winger, and David Jiricek, I believe, is a right-handed shot defenseman. Right-handed shot defenseman, and David Jiricek was, someone who I actually wanted the Ducks to go after a while ago. Both of them are on the last year of their contract, so they will but Yurchek is an RFA, and I think Bobby Brink will be a UFA.
Either that or he has maybe one more year as the RFA. Maybe.
Let's see. I got kicked out of it again. Hold on. I hit the back button one too many times.
No,
Right.
RFA. Yeah, he'll be a UFA this summer.
So, but
Because his
I think it's just
RFA,
a change of scenery kind of thing.
yeah, because his RFA expires at the age 2024, 2026. So, yeah, he's a RFA or a UFA this summer.
Yeah. All right. Next trade. The Boston Bruins acquire Massimo Rizzo and Alex Gendron from the Philadelphia Flyers for Brett Harrison and Jackson Edward. I think literally
This is
AHL trade.
it's a straight AHL trade because I'm not seeing any kind of cap hit, so they're not
Yeah.
gaining anything, losing anything. So it's definitely just a swap across the board for prospects.
Yep. All right. Next trade. The Chicago Blackhawks trade their captain, Nick Foligno, to the Minnesota Wild for future considerations.
I was rather shocked about this one. Like,
I agree.
I want to know what's on the table for the future considerations to see what made this trade, because it makes absolutely no sense one way or another. Like, are you getting cash back? Are you getting prospects back? Are you getting draft picks back? Like, do you have an opportunity to, try and steal, Quinn Hughes from Minnesota? Like, this just makes absolutely no sense to me. I want to know what the future considerations on the table are.
I don't think have we ever found out about any future considerations?
No, because usually it's like
A bag of pucks,
maybe yeah, like a bag of pucks, like fill up my soda machines. Like, you never know what kind of Billy Bean.
some money
I was
ball.
gonna say you never know what kind
Pay
of
for my
Billy
sodas.
Bean. You never know what kind of Billy Bean trade is in there. Like, I want to know what's on the table though, because like I said, this just makes no sense to me whatsoever.
Yeah. So Nick Foligno is will be a UFA after this year. Um, he's reuniting with his brother. What's his brother's name? Marcus Foligno.
Yeah, I mean that's the only
Maybe that
the
was a
only sense
consideration.
that's the only sense that this trade makes, is that he's reuniting with his brother.
Yeah. But like I said, good for Chicago for getting out of that $4.5 million cap hit.
Yeah, I mean, what's future considerations? Is Minnesota gonna have to cover Bedard's next contract? Like,
Can you imagine? You have to retain 50% of Bedard's $100 million cap hit,
yeah,
while you're also paying Kaprizov for the next 8 years.
yeah.
All right. So speaking
Unless
of future considerations, the Minnesota Wild trade Vinny Hinostroza to the Florida Panthers for future considerations.
this one seems just like a depth trade. Like,
Yeah.
Florida's just trying to get that depth on their roster.
Mm-hmm.
Also, while saving a little bit of a cap hit, but not a whole lot. I don't really see, like, this one. I can just see it as a depth trade. Like, I don't see.
Now, does the future considerations from Florida to Minnesota go from Minnesota to Chicago?
Maybe, who knows?
It's all connected. All right, and here is what Adam was talking about earlier about trading away another Kings player. I was kind of shocked they did, because I heard, was it Thursday or Friday, that the Kings were looking to extend Corey Perry, but instead the Tampa Bay Lightning acquire Corey Perry 50% retained from the LA Kings for a 2028 second round pick. So think about it. For Deneau, Fogle, and Perry, 3 second round picks and a third round pick.
Yeah.
And Perry was the one that was actually, I think he alone already had more points and goals than Fogle and Deneau combined.
Yeah. But I mean, at the same time, though, I mean, you got Corey Perry, age 40, and you got a second round draft pick for him. I mean, I think that's great value out of Corey Perry that, you can still command a second round draft pick.
Yeah, and Corey Perry is, like I said, signed a 1 year deal with the Kings. Now, this just has me wondering. The Lightning is losing in the Stanley Cup Finals, obviously now. And does Corey come back and finish his year as an Anaheim Duck next year?
I don't know. I mean, does he retire after this year? Because I don't think he's going to come back for a full season. I think if he wants to retire with the Ducks, it's going to be like a 1-day contract just to sign to retire.
I mean, all right, now, would you be mad if the Ducks signed Perry to 1 year, $1 million cap hit, and he's the captain next year?
Yes.
You'd be mad? Or you
Oh,
want
yeah.
that?
No, I would be absolutely pissed about it. I respect the game. I would appreciate his game. I just hate Corey Perry. I mean, even when he was a Duck previously, I didn't like him. He's that type of dirty player that I just can't stand. Like,
Yeah.
I understand that you're going to get us that nitty gritty, tough-nosed player in front of the net. But in my personal opinion, he's just a piece of crap. And I mean, I would want the game on the team. I don't want Corey Perry on the team.
Now, here's my question. So, Corey Perry has extra bonuses with his contract. Who gets those bonuses now? Does Lightning get those bonuses, or do the Kings get the bonuses?
Well, that's curious because I mean, the Kings are retaining 50% of his contract. I wonder. That is quite That is a curious question because I wonder if
here's his notes, which he already got. These are all the ones that he already got from the Kings. He got $500K after playing 10 games. He gets $250,000 at 20, 30, 40, and 50 games played. And I think he's played 50 games for the Kings.
So then the Kings would be on the hook for that because they would already had to have paid him out.
Yes. Now there's more. He gets $125K for winning the first round, $250K for winning the second round, and $125K for winning the third round.
That'll be covered by Tampa.
That'll be covered by Tampa?
Yeah. I mean, because he does it with them, so Tampa would probably be on the hook for that.
Okay.
Unless Tampa's only on the hook for half of it, since it's 50% retained.
Yeah. It had me, because I knew he had the performance bonuses or those player bonuses. So I was very curious on how that worked.
Yeah, but he played exactly 50 games with the Kings.
That's hilarious. All right, next trade.
40 years old, you had 11 goals, 17 assists for 28 points. I mean,
well, he was the Kings' best player for a while.
For the
which is sad.
Month, he was the best player.
Which that trade still had me laugh, or not trade. The Corey Perry being a King had me laughing because one, I hated it, but I loved it because then Kings had to love him.
I loved it just because I watched all of my friends that are Kings fans lose their mind. Which is even better now that he's traded. These same people that hated him getting signed with the Kings are pissed off that he's leaving the Kings. And it's funny to watch, like, wait, weren't you mad at the beginning of the season when they signed him? Now you're mad that he's leaving?
Yeah. But like I said, good trade work from Holland, I would say.
Yeah.
This year. Getting a second round pick for a 40-year-old player.
True.
So, next trade. The Pittsburgh Penguins acquire Elmer Soderblom from the Detroit Red Wings for a 2026 third-round pick that belongs to San Jose. And Soderblom is in year 1 of 2 with a $1.125 million AAV.
Honestly,
million cap.
Yeah, I was kind of surprised that he left Detroit. I mean, with Detroit trying to, make a playoff push and try to get a deep run, in Pittsburgh on the massive decline, I was kind of surprised that this happened because I figured he would probably want to stay within the Detroit system and have a better chance of moving on. But also at the same time, was this just one of those trades that couldn't be avoided?
Yeah, and he's a big boy, 6'8".
Yeah,
Wow. Like I said, I think it was just Pittsburgh wanting some help on the forward depth and stuff like that, and I think they needed to get bigger. So,
probably.
but yeah, like I said, it really helped Detroit because that relieved, his contract.
Yeah.
So they opened up some cap space for this year and next year. So, next trade is an AHL trade. The Chicago Blackhawks acquire Derek Pilot, Pilat, Pilat from
Plot.
the, yeah, sure, from the New York Rangers for Aiden Thompson. Well, that name was at least easy to say. A 32-year-old AHL guy for a 24-year-old AHL guy. Thompson is in year 1 of 2, and actually they're both in year 1 of 2, so they both will expire next season, after next season. So, basic AHL trade. And I actually had a couple fans ask me about this before the trade deadline happened. What are we gonna do with Ryan Strome? Well, here's what happened. The Calgary Flames acquire Ryan Strome from the Anaheim Ducks for a 2027 seventh round pick. So the Ducks get out of Ryan Strome's $5 million cap hit for this year and next year, which helps a lot.
Yeah, but he could have been involved in the Carlson trade. He could have been put into a package to get us
See,
Weegar. Like,
I thought the same thing with the Carlson trade because then you would have reunited him with his brother.
yeah, but I mean, at the same time, like what I'm trying to say is that, you know, with the Carlson trade, like, you know, we maybe not have lost a first round pick if we gave up Strome. But I mean, if you were going to send Strome to Calgary, why couldn't he have been in a trade package to get Weegar? Like, I figured Ryan Strome was going to leave in a package. I didn't think we are just going to get a meager seventh round draft pick for him.
Yeah, but I would say the main thing is, I mean, we were playing Ian Moore, who's a defenseman, up at forward more than we were playing Ryan Strome. And honestly, I don't know if anyone listens to Crash the Pond. I know you do, I do. And they were praising Ryan Strome because they were saying like this was probably one of his better years, but he just wasn't seeing the ice.
Yeah.
Which, and I agree. I noticed his defensive game was a little bit better. He was making better plays in the offensive zone, and he was winning more faceoffs than he has in years past. So I actually liked him playing at forward. The only good thing I like about Ryan Strome is, and I hate to say it, is if it wasn't for him being injured at the beginning of the year, we wouldn't be seeing Beckett Seneca right now.
That's true. That is very true.
So I will miss Ryan Strome. He was a great locker room guy. And I do like seeing him on the social media stuff because he always cracks me up. And I wouldn't be shocked if we see him on TV one day.
No, I mean, true. I mean, it's going to sound harsh, but to me personally, Ryan Strome, now that he's not a Duck, I mean, he's just going to kind of be one of those forgot players. Like, hey, it was nice while you were here, but now that you're gone, no one cares type thing. But I could definitely see him maybe staying around the game and becoming a commentator.
Yeah, I could see it. He has the knack for it.
He
Oh
could take
boy.
over Emerson Edom's job.
Oh God. Oh, so I know I'm not gonna say it. I'm not gonna say it. So all right.
You're
So
dealing with Captain Chaos. Say it.
okay. So when I listen to my podcast normally, I listen at 1.5 speed. I'm a
Oh,
psycho.
yeah.
Yeah. So when I was listening to, I think it was Emerson Edom talk with, I want to say it was like Vetrano, Strome, and somebody else.
Mm-hmm.
And they had Strome do like an ad. And at 1.5 speed with Ryan Strome sounded a lot smoother and everything than what Emerson Edom does on radio at normal speed.
Yeah.
That's the only thing I have against Edom is just the way he tries to get through those ads as fast as possible.
I don't know. He's just annoying to me. I don't like Edom on the radio.
I don't listen to the radio that much.
I'll do
So
it occasionally when I'm in the car, but I, you could have much better people on the radio than him.
I
He
miss
just
Dan
seems
Wood.
awkward. Like he just seems awkward. Like he wants to be playing the game still instead of commentating it, and you can definitely notice that. Like you can tell that he doesn't want to be there, but he's trying to stay relevant and keep a job. That's how I
Yeah.
feel.
Okay. Makes sense. But thank you, Ryan Strom, for the first 3.5 years.
Mm-hmm.
So, like I said, I didn't hate him, but I'm glad his cap hit is gone.
I didn't hate him either, but like I said, he's forgettable. Like he's not going to be one of those names. Like man, I wish we still had him.
Yeah. No, I know. Yeah, because I had someone asking me a couple weeks ago, but it was still during like the Olympics was going on, and they were saying, "Why is Ryan Strome still on this team?" I'm like, "Well, one, they couldn't do anything because of the roster freeze, but I'm like, just give it till the trade deadline." Like, what
Yeah.
happened? So
I didn't think he was going to last on his roster past this year.
I agree. If he wasn't gone by yesterday, it was going to be in the off season.
Yeah, definitely.
So, all right, next trade is another former Duck. Carolina Hurricanes acquire Nick Delorier from the Philadelphia Flyers for a 2027 seventh round pick.
I think he's more of a Doug Legend than Eric.
Yeah. Oh, yeah. No, I 100% agree with that. No, but which Duck player who I kind of still wish was on the team?
Deloria.
No, Delorier had his faults and stuff like that. But no, he was on the team last year, and I thought with Quenville, I think he really could have really been fun to see on a line with Paling and Johnston was Brett Leeson. I liked the way Brett Leeson played. And I think Brett Leeson would have been a great playoff, like fourth line forward for playoffs. Like, I'm just saying.
Maybe.
I mean, I think he would have been really good on the PK because he's a big guy. He's 6'5" and he has that long stick.
Yeah, I don't know. I wasn't a big fan of his.
Well, I mean, we had him under Cronin.
Yeah, true.
And I think with Quenville, I mean, look what Quenville did with Johnston, for God's sakes.
Yeah, true.
So I think someone who I did wish the Ducks would have kept is Brett Leeson just to see how he would have done with Quenville.
Yeah, I mean that's a possibility.
So
I don't know. Like to me, he is another one of those forgettable players.
yeah, I appreciate the small like I like the Harkins. I appreciate Johnston now this year than I did last year. I can tell you that. Like I said,
I'm all
Nestorenko
about.
and two.
I'm all about the gritty players. I mean, I like that. I'm a little bit older than you, and remember the grit players of the early '90s and the '80s. Like, I like that style of hockey. You got to have physicality to make those deep runs in the playoffs. Like, I don't disagree. Like, I like the nitty gritty players. Sometimes those players are forgettable.
Yeah. So I'm just reading. I didn't even see that there was a condition on that Nick Delorier pick. The pick transfers if Hurricanes win at least 2 playoff rounds in 2026, and Delorier plays 50% of the playoff games in 2026. So wait, so if
So they've got to make it to the Eastern Conference Finals, and he's got to play in at least half the games.
so if they
I don't know. Do they?
so
Do they
if Hurricanes lose in the second round, is it just no pick?
Hold on, say it again. Say the condition.
The pick transfers if Hurricanes win at least 2 playoff rounds in 2026 and Delorier plays in 50% of the playoff games.
So if they lose the second round, then no, the pick
It's like
doesn't transfer. But what I'm curious though, say if the Hurricanes had to play the wild card, is that considered a playoff round?
There is no wild card in hockey.
Oh no, never mind. No, I mean like the playoff to get in.
There's
Never
no
mind.
play.
Don't listen to me. I'm not here today.
I usually do that, Adam. So
My allergies are getting the best of me.
that's nothing new. I don't listen to you, so. All right, next trade. The Boston Bruins acquire Lucas Reichel from the Vancouver Canucks for a 2026 sixth round pick. Boston finally adds another center and a young one, so that might help.
So is that a 2026 round pick or a 2026?
2026 sixth round pick.
There we go. I'm just making sure that you enunciated that one.
English is not my first language. I've said it on the pod many times.
No, it is your first language. You're just bad at it.
No, sarcasm is my first one. I'm just kidding.
No, you had to learn sarcasm after you learned English.
Actually, I learned sarcasm before I learned English, really, so. It makes sense if you don't think about it.
Debatable.
Yeah. All right. Next trade. And here's the one that we were talking about with Detroit. The Detroit Red Wings acquired Justin Falk from the St. Louis Blues for Justin Hall, Dmitry Buchnevich.
You skipped over one.
No, I didn't.
Yeah, you did.
Justin Hall, Dmitry Buchnevich. What a name. 2026 first round pick and a 2026 third round pick that belongs to San Jose. And Justin Falk is not going to be a free agent after this year. He has this year and next year at a $6.5 million cap hit. So, Detroit finally gets that right-handed shot that they've been trying. They tried with Anderson, they tried with Weegar, they tried with Myers. Somebody else they tried to get. I just can't remember. There's somebody else.
I can't think of who that was.
But yeah, they got out of Justin Hall, who's going to be a free agent this year. Dimitri is not even in the system, so I think he's in the prospect pool. 2026 first round pick, and then the 2026 third round pick that belongs to San Jose.
He's in the KHL, the CSKA Moscova.
Okay. So, and then the Washington Capitals acquire Timothy Liljegren.
Hold on. Because you bypassed the Boston Bruins acquiring Lucas Reichel.
No, I already talked about that one.
No, you didn't. We went straight from the Laurier to the.
No, because remember you made fun of me saying the 2026 sixth round pick. That was that Lucas Reichel one.
Oh, okay.
Yeah. Is that what you meant? You said I skipped one?
I thought you did.
No, we talked about it. Because I even said Boston got that little center depth that they needed.
Oh, I was over here getting yelled at for being too loud on the podcast, so I missed it.
Good job, Andrea. You could tell her I said that. So, as I was saying before I was rudely interrupted by not skipping anything, the Washington... What was that?
Go ahead. Try and say this name. Have fun with that one.
I know how to say it. The Washington Capitals acquired Timothy Liljegren from the San Jose Sharks for a 2026 fourth round pick. That belongs to Vegas. I know how to say the name. I'm not my dad, okay?
It's okay. I would have screwed it up anyways.
Yeah. How were you going to say it? Liljegren?
Probably. I don't know.
Yeah, I knew how to say it.
I would have probably added too many L's in there.
Liljegren. I think it was just Washington adding a defenseman after giving up Carlson.
Yeah. Yeah, it's trying to also give up. I think San Jose, even though they don't need it, was just getting rid of the cap hit as well. I mean, getting another fourth round draft prospect.
And it's not even their pick, so.
Yeah.
Buffalo Sabres acquired Tanner Pearson from the Winnipeg Jets for a 2026 seventh round pick. Like, again, I think it was just Buffalo adding players big and that has playoff experience.
Oh yeah, definitely.
And then I would say another trade that happened that shocked a lot of people is the New York Islanders acquire Braden Shen, the captain of the St. Louis Blues, for Jonathan Drouin, Marcus Godolph, a 2026 first round pick that belongs to Colorado, and a 2026 third round pick that belongs to New Jersey. I would say an overpayment on that one.
Well, but they're retaining on that as well, though.
Who's retaining?
Oh
There's
no,
no
never mind.
retainment.
I'm doing the math wrong.
Yeah. Because you're seeing that.
Yeah, I saw the cap hit and was thinking it was retainment. Yeah, no, I mean, honestly, I was surprised Finn left St. Louis, but this is definitely the Islanders trying to pick up later depth,
Yeah.
playoff depth. Damn it.
Yeah, and like I said, Shen is in year 6 of 8 at a $6.5 million cap hit, and Jonathan Drouin, who's on year 1 of 2 at a $4 million cap hit for the Blues now. I'm just surprised that New York is, really going for it this year.
Well, I mean, they gotta try and build a team around their Calder Cup defenseman or
no,
Calder Cup
runner up,
qualifying.
Calder Trophy runner up.
I'm trying to think of what's the because in or Calder Cup race defenseman. I'm not saying that
Calder
he's
Trophy.
Win.
Calder Cup is AHL Stanley Cups.
Yeah, it was rookie of the year. Who cares?
Yeah, yeah, but they're Calder Trophy runner up Matthew Schaefer.
Exactly.
Because a Duck is going to win it this year.
I'm just saying he's in the race for it.
Yeah, he is in the race.
The Islanders have to build up their team around him because,
especially with the cap that he's at right now.
Who else do they have?
Yes. The Calgary Flames acquire Brendan Othmann from the New York Rangers for Jacob Battaglia.
This is straight AHL trade.
Yeah. I know Brendan Othmann he was a highly touted Ranger prospect for a while. I don't know where he's at now, but I've heard his name a lot.
Well, he's obviously with Calgary.
Well, he's with Calgary now, so.
So he's probably going to be up in he's still going to be in Calgary with the Wranglers.
Yeah, pretty much. And then here's the trade that you were talking about earlier. The one that shocked the world, but also didn't shock the world. We kind of saw it coming, but Colorado Avalanche acquire Nazem Kadri, 20% retained, and a 2027 fourth round pick from Calgary in exchange for Victor Olofsson, Maximilian Curran, a conditional 2028 first round pick, and a conditional 2027 second round pick. Let's see, what are the conditions on these? So the first round pick. Oh, you got it?
No, I was going to say the prospect is currently in Czechia Juniors.
Oh, Maximilian Curran?
Yeah.
All right, the conditions on the first round pick. If Colorado's 2027 first round pick, which is top 10 protected, the Nick Raw trade goes to Toronto, Calgary acquires a 2028 first round pick, top 10 protected, slides to 2029. If the 2027 first round pick is top 10 and the 2028 slides to Toronto, then Calgary receives Colorado's 2029 first round pick unconditionally. God, where do they come up with these things or these conditions? So right now, the 2027 pick is going to Toronto.
I'm so confused.
Okay, so right now, the 2027
I understand what you're saying, but like thought process of how these trades come about.
Yeah, I know.
Like, there's too much to think about.
Yeah, and then the second round condition, the 2027 second round pick, is the better of Colorado or Minnesota's second round pick. So it's probably going to be Minnesota's pick. So Nazem Kadri heads back to Colorado. Your thoughts?
Why? Like, Colorado's too good as it is. Stop.
Yeah,
I
and
mean, I wouldn't want to be on a dying franchise in Calgary. I mean, it's almost like playing for Toronto. Just worse. But I mean, why? Colorado doesn't need them.
I mean, if Nazem Kadri is your third line center, I feel bad whoever Colorado's to play in the first round.
I mean, it's like Team Canada. Sidney Crosby was a third line center. Like,
Yeah,
no.
yeah, and Kadri is in year 4 of 7.
Which
Out
is
of
going to take them to being age 38. So I wonder, is this his last run?
So let's see, what's his cap hit now with?
7 mil.
No, I know, but with the 20% retained, what's Colorado? What is Colorado paying him? That's what I want to know. Let's see. I'm gonna go try to.
5.5.
I don't do math.
Colorado's going to pay him around 5.5. Between 5 and 5.5.
Let's see. What does it say here? Country. 5.6. So yeah, you're right. You're close. You're right there. I was just curious. I mean, a third line center now. That's crazy. That's so crazy.
I think you go from your first line center and captain of the team. Or no, he wasn't captain of the team. No, he was.
No, he's not the captain.
No, he was an alternate.
Are you talking about Kadri or
Kadri? Yeah.
He was an alternate. Backlund?
Yeah, yeah. But I mean, still, you go from what, first line center to third line center. But I mean, you also go from a team that's going nowhere to probably the favorite for the Stanley Cup final or the Stanley Cup.
So raise your hand if you're happy your team doesn't have to play Colorado the rest of the year in the regular season. You're not happy?
I'm not raising my hand because that means we have to play him next year.
I said this season.
In Colorado.
Yeah, but you never know what the Ducks are going to do in the off season. So
true, but I mean, what's technically worst case scenario about this is maybe we see Colorado second round of the playoffs. Worst or best case scenario, Western Conference Final. I mean,
yeah,
that really just kills any chances of our second.
Yeah. So, all right. We have another Kings trade. And this one had me scratching my head a little bit. The LA Kings acquire Scott Laughton from the Toronto Maple Leafs for a conditional 2026 third round pick that belongs to Ottawa right now. And the condition, Toronto will get the better of Ottawa or Washington's 2026 third round pick. However, if both Ottawa and Washington do not qualify for the playoffs, then Ottawa will transfer to Toronto the worst of the two picks. In the event LA secures a spot in the 2026 Stanley Cup playoffs, the pick will become Buffalo's 2026 second round pick. And I guess they retained half too, so
Yeah, I was gonna say I'm looking at that.
It didn't say anything that they retained, but yeah, so they got him at $1.5 million. And so, I have a feeling I know why they made this trade. Is they have no centers in LA.
I mean, they're this almost seems like that they're picking up a younger center to cover Corey Perry's loss.
Well, Corey Perry wasn't a center. He's a winger. So
I always considered him a center because even though he wasn't technically a center, I mean he always played the center position and he stuck in front of the net.
true. But yeah, I think Scott Lund is just there to help us with centers, and then hopefully they can maybe resign him, and he could be a good third line center for the Kings if they do resign him.
Possibly.
You know, he's good defensively, so he already fits the system.
So does that mean Matthews is coming to Anaheim?
So, yeah, then you'll have Lawton as your 2C because they'll have no centers left after Matthews. All right. Next trade is the Washington Capitals acquire David Camp from the Vancouver Canucks for a 2026 sixth round pick. I think it's just like Washington just recuperating players just to play this year.
Pretty much. Finish out the season.
Yeah. So nothing really to add to that. Ottawa Senators acquire Grum Clark from the Washington Capitals for Wyatt Giovanni. I think just a straight AHL trade.
Yeah, there's no cap hits.
And then the one that shocked me, this like not the trade, it was just where he went. Seattle Kraken acquire Bobby McMahon from the Toronto Maple Leafs for a conditional 2027 second round pick that belongs to the Blue Jackets and a 2026 fourth round pick that belongs to the Ducks. And let's see, what are the...
I don't know. I mean, are you really surprised that he went to Seattle? I mean, he's definitely going to help out in Seattle.
Oh, no, he's definitely going to help out in Seattle. Now, the thing is he going to resign there?
That's a good question. I mean, he could very well just be a rental. I think it depends on the atmosphere that he gets into in Seattle.
Yeah, see, the 2027 second round pick becomes the condition is later of Columbus or Winnipeg's 2027 second round picks. So it could either be Columbus or Winnipeg. But yeah, that was the last trade.
Yeah, that's it.
So, like I said, if Bobby McMahon re-signs with Seattle, then great on them. And they didn't have to spend, Shane Wright or anything like that. I still think they're going to try something in the offseason to get better, but Bobby McMahon is going to really help them this year.
That's true. I mean, but even though that the trade deadline is over, does not mean trades still cannot happen for the rest of the season.
Yeah.
I mean, we might see something by the end of the season, but it could very well be in the off season.
Yeah. So here's all the teams with their cap hits. The projected cap hit for the Vegas Golden Knights is $107 million. They're $12 million over. Florida Panthers, who are nowhere even near the playoffs right now, they have $102.83 million cap hit. The Islanders 99.27. The Devils 98.63. The Stars 98.15. Edmonton 97.43. And the Lightning 96.54. All of them are in negative space right now.
Mm-hmm.
But I know some of them have, I think that's including who they have and who's on LTIR too. Because I know Florida has Barkov on injury reserve. Oh no, what?
No, I was just thinking of a meme that I saw. It was either today or last night. Basically saying, spring has officially become spring when Mark Stone is on the LTIR.
Oh, that is so on point. Oh my God.
If you said LTIRs, I just kicked back into my brain and I just started laughing again because that was so funny.
So every year instead of Groundhog Day, we should do Mark Stone LTIR Day?
Yeah, pretty much. If I see that one again, I'll have to send it to you. I was cracking up.
Oh my God. That is hilarious.
Yeah, that was the funniest thing I've heard over the last couple of days.
Yeah, so the Ducks still have only $84.65 million, so they still have plenty of cap space. And it's funny, Detroit has just a little bit more cap, not much, but Detroit, who's in a good spot right now too, and they already have a lot of their players signed,
Hmm.
so they're looking really good right now. Pittsburgh, who's in a good spot right now, they have a lot of space too. So
Yeah.
now, who are your losers and winners so far that you would pick for the trade deadline?
I don't know. I mean, it's kind of. I mean, obviously Colorado's going to win with Kadri.
Mm-hmm.
That's definitely a win. Ducks winning with Carlson.
Mm-hmm.
There's not a whole lot I would say people lost.
I would say there's. I
Like
would say
maybe, I mean, I would say Carolina maybe picking up Delorier is a win. Philly losing Delorier could be a loss for them. Calgary definitely lost just because they sold their team.
Well, okay. I mean, I would say that's a win for them because they got a lot of pieces back. You know, they
Yeah,
they
but I
did
mean,
they did what they needed to do. Like
but
Vegas,
how long are those pieces going to take to recuperate? Like,
yeah, but I think Calgary's in rebuild mode, so who cares?
yeah, but like, I mean, I don't really like see like a clear loser in the trades this year, but you could definitely see like, I mean, Buffalo picked, probably won their trades. I mean, obviously the Ducks, uh, Colorado, Minnesota is making some big moves. Like, I can't necessarily just say that like there's a clear loser in the trades this year, but you could definitely pick some high winners.
Yeah. Well, I would say like, all right, who's your biggest? Give me your top three biggest winners and your top three biggest losers. Like, I agree with you. Colorado winner. Um,
I would say Colorado, Buffalo, and Anaheim is the biggest winners.
I would say Utah's like a close one in there for winner.
Yeah,
Top with getting Weegar. Um,
I mean even Minnesota
honestly,
made
and the
some
honestly,
solid trades.
honestly, and the Kings, I can see because they
I
did
don't
pretty
know.
well. Like they're probably not going to make in the play. They didn't get worse, but they got good draft capital now. And it just sucks. But the only thing that sucks for them is it's Kopitar's last year,
Yeah,
so that's not going to do them any good now. But in the future, it could, and especially because they need some center help badly. Detroit, I thought did well. They got Justin Falk. They didn't need to spend that much.
yeah.
Um, I would say clear loser. Um,
I mean Nashville maybe.
no, Nashville. No, they did, but they got rid of their depth pieces, so they didn't really need to worry about that as much. Um,
Well,
there
like I
was a.
said, I don't.
I mean,
Other than maybe
I
Toronto is a loser, but
yeah. I would say Florida because I feel like they could have really helped themselves out if they would have traded some. Honestly, I kind of expected Bobrovsky to get traded.
yeah,
You know, maybe go to San Jose or Montreal.
yeah, maybe possibility.
And then, I mean, Vegas, I felt like they could have done better than just getting Cole Smith and uh, Nick Dowd, I think is who they got.
Yeah, but I mean, like I said, I don't really foresee like a team losing. But it's like trades this year. Trades were pretty good. Obviously, some people got better than others, but I mean, yeah, Calgary gets a lot of prospects, and they're trying to rebuild. I don't know. Like I said, I don't really see anyone just coming out of the trade deadline being slapped in the face.
Yeah. Um, so I think we both agreed the biggest surprise trade was Carlson to the Ducks.
Yeah,
because nobody expected that.
I mean, even Kadri to
No,
Colorado was a surprise, but it's
not really,
it's
because
it's, it's
we knew he
surprising,
was
but it's
getting
not
traded,
surprising.
and we knew it was either Colorado or Montreal. We knew that for a while. It was going to be one of those two places.
I figured it was going to be Montreal because they just had more cap space to
I
work
mean,
with.
not really.
They haven't had more cap space than Colorado.
No.
Really?
I mean, right now, current cap space, Colorado has 3 million and Montreal has 1.5 available.
Wow. I figured that Montreal had more than that.
Let's see, Montreal, yeah, the projected cap space right now just 300, just a little over 325,000
Hmm.
right now. And then Colorado, come on, go back. Nope, too far. Colorado has 638. So I think what's helping Colorado with that is, come on, they have someone. Logan O'Connor is on LTIR with 2.5 million. I thought they had somebody else too. Uh, yeah, and the good thing for Colorado is they have almost everyone re-signed, and they also they got out of the Gerard money, so that helped them save some money right there, getting Kulak.
Wow.
You know, so yeah, because Kulak is a free agent. Brett Burns is going to be a free agent, and then Nick Blankenberg is going to be a free agent. That's just on defense. On forwards, they have Jack Drury, who's going to be an RFA. Zakar Bardakov is going to be a RFA, and then the only UFA is Yoel Kiviranta.
Hmm.
So they're good on cap, and the money's going up. So Colorado could be dangerous for a little bit.
Colorado.
Yeah, I mean, as long as they got Makar. Actually, I didn't even look to see when is Makar up. It's not next year; it's the year after. I think that's what's going to screw them.
Yeah.
Because right now Makar is only making. Where is he? He's making 9 million right now.
Okay.
So they can re-sign him on July 1st. That's just crazy. Yeah, Montreal has a lot of people signed. Oh, that's why Montreal has Patrick Laine, but he's on LTIR or IR, and he's at an 8.7 cap hit.
Wow. Okay. I mean, if he was LTIR out for the rest of the season, then they could leave that off the cap.
Yeah, but no, he's on IR. I thought the Kings were really going to go for him.
I mean, I could see it. I don't know if it would have happened though.
Hmm. But I mean, I think it's going to be a fun rest of the year. The Ducks have one of the easiest schedules the rest of the year, and they're number one in the Pacific as of right now. So
Yes, they are. I'm a little worried about the scheduling though, but it'll be nice to kind of have that easier schedule for the rest of the year. But I also kind of wish we had some teams in there that are going to test us, get us a little bit
well,
more
I mean,
prepared for the playoffs.
so here's the rest of March. So tomorrow, which is going to be Sunday, we have the St. Louis Blues. I mean, they didn't fully dump, so they still got good players.
Mm.
The Jets just are having a bad year. Toronto, bad year. Ottawa's still going for the playoffs. Montreal's in the playoffs. We got the Philadelphia Flyers, which who knows where they're going. The Mammoth, who are going to be a tough opponent, they're going
Mm.
for the playoffs. Sabres are number one, or I think number two in their division. Vancouver, bad. Calgary, bad. And then on the 28th, we have the Oilers, which there's a watch party at Brewery X for that one. I'm going to go to that. So, and then on the 30th, they have the Maple Leafs. And then April, they have the Sharks, who's still contending for a playoffs. The Blues for one more, Calgary, Nashville, and then the Sharks. And then Canucks, and then the last two games are away with Minnesota and Nashville. So not a horrible schedule, and they still got tough opponents mixed in.
I mean, what, Buffalo, Minnesota, depending on which St. Louis wants to show up. I mean, it is a very
Utah and Edmonton.
It is a very easy schedule, though. For the rest,
See, the good thing is,
should be an easy schedule.
See, the good thing about this is, like, they're not gonna have long road trips, and they're not gonna have long homestands. That's gonna hurt them either.
True.
So tomorrow's their last home game of, I think they said 9 home games, or a 9-game homestand. So tomorrow's the last one against the Blues. Then they go on a 4-game road trip across Canada: Winnipeg, Toronto, Ottawa, Montreal. Then they come home for Philadelphia, then away to Utah, home for Buffalo, then a little Western Canada road trip: Vancouver, Calgary, Edmonton, home for Toronto, and then up to San Jose for 1 game, back home for 5 games, and then the last 2 games are away. So not a bad split schedule.
No.
And there's what?
Not a whole lot of travel.
Let's see, they only have 1 back-to-back left.
Good. I heard about back-to-back.
Yeah, which I don't know why people were saying. Of course, it was the one person that Ducks fans can't stand. His name rhymes with Frank Siravalli. He was saying the Ducks should go get a better backup, and I'm like, why? Like, I mean, Husso's done a great job backing up. I mean, but I'm like, are we gonna need that backup for what? How many games out of the last 20-something games?
1.
No, I would say maybe 2. Like, I would say the most 5.
I'm joking around, just saying that the one that we need the backup for is that back-to-back.
Yeah. Yeah. No, I that's what I was thinking about. I was like, no, I could see them giving Husso like 3 or 4 total out of the last 20.
Well, I mean, it also depends, too, of,
where we're at.
The quality of where Gosall's at, too.
Yeah. So, like I said,
he could very well hit a slump where they're like, well, we need to start him or Husso for a couple of games.
Yeah, 100%. But on that, I think this was a great trade deadline recap.
Yeah, it was good. It was fun.
Yeah. It was so much nicer not having my dad in it. No, I'm just kidding. Before we get out of here, you want to plug anything in?
Yes. So March 14th, the Patriots are doing a charity event with the Ontario Reign. It's going to be in partnership with Operation Sick Care. What we're doing is it's called Skate with a Hero. So basically it's going to be an open skate before the Reign game where people get to come out and get rental skates and skate around the ice with, Patriots out there. But we're also going to be doing, I believe we're trying to get the Riverside Stars out there, which is the Riverside Sheriff's Department. So that's on March 14th, next Saturday, depending on, well, at least as of this recording. So next weekend we're doing that. Also, the LA Patriots, we are doing a tournament in LA out of our home rink of El Segundo where the Kings play. We're doing a LAPD tournament for, Thursday, Friday, and Saturday of next week as well. So Patriots have a lot going on this weekend coming up for us.
Yeah. Well, that's good. I like that. Have you guys done anything with the Kings?
Yeah, we've done it in the past. We haven't done it recently, but we're trying to get stuff going with them as well again.
So if you do anything with the LAPD stuff, if you check them a little too hard, do you get arrested on the ice, or how does that work?
I don't know. I mean, if we hit one of their guys, maybe they jump us and beat us, and nothing happens. Who knows?
Are there
We
sticks made out of baton of those batons?
I hope not.
That would
I
hurt.
hope. Yeah,
That would really hurt.
yeah, yeah. I've been around those batons before, so I know that they can hurt.
I would.
I haven't been hit by them, but I've seen them.
Yeah, I've seen them. I haven't been anywhere near them. Thank God.
Yeah.
So, no, everyone, please go check out Patriots Hockey on social media. I Whenever you guys send me stuff, I always post it right away. So I know
We
Adam,
always
Andrea
appreciate
work
that.
really hard on that. I know it's probably more Andrea than Adam.
It's both of us.
I'd say it's more Andrea.
Yeah, yeah.
And then I know you guys have the Stay Classy tournament coming up in
July
August.
31st, August 1st, and August 2nd.
Yeah, more likely
But
you're not seeing my dad on the 31st because that's my parents' anniversary.
you never know. Mama Duck Quack might want
Nope,
to go out there and
I already know that. It's a
and
no.
she doesn't want to spend the weekend in San Diego.
That she probably wouldn't mind. It's just the hockey ring thing.
She doesn't have to go to the hockey rink.
Yeah, true. But
She can go. She can go enjoy the beach.
that is true. She does like the beach, so I enjoy the beach as well. So, what arena is it held at
The state classic tournament's going to be at the San Diego Ice Arena in Mira Mesa.
in Mira Mesa? Okay. Is it like what, just one sheet of ice, or is there multiple
It's
rinks?
1 feet of ice. We the state classic tournament literally splits it in half,
Mm-hmm.
and then we have 2 3-on-3 games going at once.
Damn, that can get confusing.
No, not really.
No? Okay. You don't hear random ice and then both games stop?
No, I mean you hear it, but you learn to tone it out after a couple of years of playing it.
Got it. I know that's the one thing I hate. I was never a hockey person playing, but like with the soccer tournaments, when you hear a whistle from the other field, you're like, and everyone just stops, and you realize, oh, keep going.
Well, usually with the state classic tournament, it's continuous play. Like, I mean, unless there's a penalty, which not even all of the time is really like a big deal. Because like what happens is like instead of like serving a penalty, if your team gets a penalty, they just like take away one of your goals.
Oh, okay. So it
Yeah.
kind of
So
speeds up the process.
yeah, because I mean the games are only a half hour a piece. Like you have two 15-minute periods. You're constantly at the running clock instead of having like it would be kind of weird having like a 4-on-3 power play or a 3-on-2 penalty kill you have to deal with. So if you lose or if you take a penalty, then they basically just take a goal away from you.
What happens if you have 0 goals?
Then you're in the negative.
Really? Can you imagine? It's like 10 to negative 10.
I've I've seen where the game started out like the game started off like 0 to -2. I think at the end of the day they'll just count it as a 0 score, like they won't count it as a negative score. But
Mm-hmm.
you can go into the negative because I've seen it before.
So has it happened where a team like it was like a -1 to 0?
I've never seen a final score like that.
That'd be something,
Yeah, that'd be an interesting game too.
right? Especially like 3-on-3 for that long.
Yeah,
So, but no, everyone, like I said, please go follow the Patriots hockey. Go to the State Classic. Go to the March 14th at the Ontario Reign. You said it's a skate before the game, correct?
yeah, it's gonna be 1:45 in the afternoon. We're gonna skate before the game, and it's basically just an open skate. Like you put on skates and go out on the ice. There's no hockey played. It like I said, it's an event where you can actually go out and skate with the Patriots players and like learn more about them.
Oh, okay, that'd be cool. If I go, I won't go anywhere near you. I already know you too well, sadly.
Well, I will be playing in our LAPD tournament, so there's a
Oh,
possibility I won't be there.
mm. So then I'll definitely go. No, I'm just kidding. No, everyone go, please go check out Patriots hockey. It's for a good cause and everything. And as I said, I like the whole program that you guys have. So and everything. So like I said, I know you guys work worked very hard putting all that together.
Yeah.
I
We
saw
did. We
Andrea
tried.
just running around that golf tournament trying to make sure everything was done. So
Yeah.
I could tell she was. I know she wanted to have good. I could tell she had a good time, but you could tell like she was. Her mind was like, all right, do this, do this. I got to do this. Make sure that gets done. You could just tell.
Oh yeah. Yeah.
But
There's definitely a lot of blood, sweat, and tears we put into this organization.
oh yeah. So, but it's all for a good cause. So,
Yeah.
but yeah, that's gonna wrap it up on this year's trade deadline recap. Um, we'll have a regular episode. We'll go live in about an hour, actually. So it's 2:00 p.m. right now on the Pacific. So, and then are you gonna be in the comments causing chaos or?
Yeah. I'll be there. I'll be there in the comments causing chaos. Maybe sneak in there and rip
I'll,
on your dad for a while.
I'll send you the link.
Well, I'll text you if I'm gonna come in.
I'll send you the links. That way you can just pop in.
All
And that
right.
way I can just add you in. So that shouldn't be too hard.
Sounds good. But yeah, more than likely I'll be in the comments causing the chaos.
Perfect. Sounds good, man. All right. Well, thank you, everyone. Please go follow Patriots Hockey. Go follow Royally Quacked on all social media. Hit the download button, hit the like and subscribe buttons, and we will see you soon. So there'll be 2 episodes coming out this week. So, because there won't be one next week. So, or no, there will be one next week. Just the week after that, there won't be since I'll be coming back from Nashville. So, all right, we'll see you guys later, and we'll see you in about an hour.
So yeah.